Happy New Year. It is week 2 of planning of 2026. And this week, it's a slow start because we had the first week of January where it was in the middle of the week. It was a Thursday, as you know. I did set up my planner for January. I set up this week, but we didn't do a lot. And I only had one day of work where I sat down at my desk and actually worked for about 4 hours. We had a half day, but I was full on back to work 100%. And then we had our kids here. We had one for Christmas, one for New Year's, and I really wanted to be present with them because we don't get to see them very often. So it means a lot to spend time just one-on-one with them. My son that came for the New Year's brought his girlfriend, so that was really, really nice. We got to spend time with them. My family lives here, so my sister was here. Then my niece came, my 2 nieces came, and a grandnephew. So it was a very nice family week. So much so that even though I did write a bunch of stuff in my planner, when I turn this around, you'll see that there was a lot of just reading, which I really enjoyed. And I would like to make that a big part of my 2026. I want to get back to doing some things that are off my phone and unplugging. And Gina mentioned this when she made a comment. So if you're here, Gina, this is for you. You said something about the 1,000 unplugged hours a year, and I went and checked it out. And it's so funny how things come into your life as they're meant to, if that makes sense. For instance, I was thinking about, I really want to take an hour or 2 every day and read a book. I used to do this every day when I was commuting into New York City from Connecticut. I had like a forced hour in the morning and a forced hour in the evening while I was on the train. And I would read my book or I would needlepoint. Sometimes I would do work if I needed to, but a lot of times I used that hour to read. And I would only read the book on the train. So I wasn't getting home and reading or spending all night reading. I would get home, we'd have dinner with the kids, homework, all this stuff, go to bed and start all over again. And I missed that time of reading. And I was thinking, how could I incorporate that into my day and into my planner? And then when Gina was like, well, I'm thinking about using my planner for the 1,000 unplugged hours, I thought, God, that's such a great idea, because I was already thinking like that. And that added to something I could do with planning out my day, making an appointment with myself to read a book or unplug. So I really thought that was interesting how that intersected into what I was already thinking about and a way to use my planner to do that. This week, I didn't really time block that. I mean, I did, you'll see what I did, but I do think that in the back pages, there's plenty of room to add that maybe in the checklist pages or something like that. But I didn't really spend this week in my planner other than just writing down what I did. So it's not going to be that interesting as far as setting that up, but I am thinking about making that appointment in my calendar every day. And it may change from day to day, meaning if I say I want to read from 3 to 5, let's say, or 3 to 4, give myself an hour, but an appointment comes up or something happens that I need to move that, then of course, it's all about being flexible. It's all about, what's a priority. So making sure that I do those things. There are so many things that we have to do, right? It's like grocery shopping, cleaning our house, things like that are on our to-do list. But how often do we take that time to focus on something that we want to do for ourselves and unplug? So I thought that was a really cool thing. This week, I am going to turn this around. We're going to set up week 2 in my Kristy. It's going to be pretty similar to what I've been doing all along. I have not gotten into my small rows. I set it up. I've thought about it, but again, This week was really just kind of a vacation reset. Other than that one half day on Friday that I did have to work, I feel like this afternoon, I'm filming this on a Sunday, I'm gonna get my brain dump going. I'm gonna get out my stickies. I will probably film that so that you can sort of see where and how I'm gonna do that for my small rows, and that will come later. But for today, for this video, we're just gonna continue with setting up the Kristy for next week, week 2, and then we'll have a little chat when I'm done. Here is a look at January. Then I have set up as far as the monthly is concerned. I do need to put a sticker here for my hair appointment. And then this is the first week in January. And like I said, you will see that there's a bunch of reading going on, which is awesome. And it was a pretty busy week with, even though we were on vacation this whole time right in here, I did get into doing a bunch of stuff in here, which was great. So this is just sort of the look back at last week. And then let's start with setting up week 2. I am going to continue to use my Planner Kate stickers, which I love. These washies, all these are really good. I've got to start using those more. And then these. So let's get this set up, and I'll be quiet as usual, and you guys can follow along as I do it. That is a look at next week so far. I'm loving these stickers from Happy Planner. They're so fun to just sort of find certain things to add in, and the brown obviously matches with that, and the orange is a good pop and works well with that. I'm going to do my habit tracker there. It's a little higher, but I can write habit tracker right here. And then I do have the weather again. I'll put in the exercise up here, appointment stickers. I'm going to fill this in with other things. Meal planning is going to be down here in this section right here. Lists and to-dos are going to go on in here. And then, like I said earlier, I've got to work on my small rows, which, hold on, let's see if I can open that. I still haven't gotten really into here, but I am going to get in and do all my little itty bitty stickers with my brain dump later, and then hopefully have things in the works for here. So I'm kind of excited to have this for my actual work to-dos, and then this is going to be just an overview of my day and all that. But what I wanted to show you is that I'm thinking in the back in here, I'm going to make this a travel when I see the kids kind of layout. So right now I have, green is one sun, blue is the other sun, orange is trips. So you can kind of see where they are. And I can kind of like, for instance, we'll be with them on this trip. So we've got the 3 colors and then like that. So I want to plan out this as when we see each other and when we're traveling in this section. So that's that. And then I'm going to try to come up with, this is reading unplugged time and then other things as we go along. But this I need to set up and think about, and I don't want to rush into it. So I think I'm going to take this week coming up to do that. But I'm happy with where this is kind of going. And then, of course, I haven't done anything other than this first week, and then January's kind of set up. I still need to do some stickers, so I do need to get in here. I have not really spent much time this past week doing much, so I need to get back in here and put everything in writing of what I'm thinking and appointments and things like that. So that's a good overview. I'm really happy with how this is working. What a difference a year makes as far as knowing where I like to put things, how I want to group things. For instance, exercise, weather at the top, meals down here. I have these stickers to corral things down here. I do want to be careful about stacking too many stickers in sort of the same location. I thought about that for a second when I laid that down. So next week, maybe I'll put it over here or over here and move things around, or maybe move the tablet tracker here and use this for, just move things around a little bit so it doesn't get too thick in certain places. I know it's going to get thick along here if I continue to use these same stickers. I like how they're shorter than the columns, so they fit. And then, I have my week 2 right there, and I try to use these little washies so that I'm not just wasting them by not using them all the way through. So I'm really excited how that's working. I do like just this process, and then this kind of time blocking, as you could probably see in here. I kind of do an arrow, and then for instance on here I wrote how many hours I worked and put that, and maybe I'll start in the back writing how many hours I'm working on certain things so I can kind of keep track. I don't know, that might be too fussy and I may not need to do that, but I am really liking the idea of using this last section so that I can be more conscious of when we're getting together with our kids, making trips to see them. They both don't live at home, and they're far enough away that they will come to visit us for like spring break, let's say, and we'll meet up for holidays, but I would really like to make a more concerted effort and kind of see like, we haven't seen one son in, a month, and when can we work it out to see him? So I'm hoping that this will be a really good overview so I can kind of see, because last year I realized we didn't see our older son for quite a while, and I was like, well, that wasn't smart. We should have planned a trip or something, or met in the middle or whatever. So I really want to be more conscientious about that, because I think that's really, really important, as well as I was talking about, the reading and taking time to do something just that's not on my phone, that's not like aimlessly scrolling. I have to say I put my phone down over the break, over the holiday, and I'm really trying not to be in Instagram and Facebook, and other than when I kind of need to, because I need to post for the business and things like that. But I find that I end up aimlessly scrolling, and then before you know it, an hour's gone by, and I was like, well, that wasn't very useful for my time, and I could be reading something, or I could be doing puzzling with my husband or something else. So I'd like to be more conscientious about that and more thoughtful about how I'm using my time. So the 1000 Unplugged, check it out. I'll link it below, or I'll put it down below so you can see it. But I thought that was actually a really cool idea, just to put your phone away and be conscious about how long you're not. Obviously when I'm working, my phone is on do not disturb, or not obviously, but I do put my phone on do not disturb when I'm actually doing work for work. And you can use that time, I guess, for the unplugged, but I think it's more about making a conscientious effort that I'm actually doing something different, right? Like, if I wanted to learn something like needlepoint, I do know how to needlepoint, but maybe I want to learn how to knit or something, things like that. Doing a craft or a hobby or something else, or cooking or something like that, that will bring me joy and creativity. And that again gets down to planning, right? Because I'm really enjoying this, and maybe doing my travel journal will be some of the hours that I'm unplugged. I actually take time, maybe an hour, a week or 2 hours a week, just to do that, do a craft project or something like that. So this is where my mind is kind of going, and I'm thinking about plugging those times, like an appointment, in my calendar, and using, one of these like stickers to say, okay, looking in your planner for the week, let's schedule in that time. So I'm going to sit here and think about what appointments I have this week, what I have to get done, and then schedule time with myself to read a book, to do my planning, to do my travel journal, and things like that. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. If any of this resonates with you, or you have any ideas or thoughts, let me know. I'm also gonna sit down and spend some time. Luckily tomorrow, I don't think it's gonna be too crazy of a day. This afternoon, tomorrow, back to work and work on this, because I know that this can be really, really helpful for me to be more organized as well. It's just like little steps to getting better at doing things and being more productive. And now that I've kind of mastered my planner, I'm ready to master my to-do lists. So, or make a to-do list. If you are new here, I have a whole series from last year, 2025, of how I planned weekly. Feel free to check that out. I'll link that below. This is the new series for 2026. I'll be, I think, posting weekly on my Kristy, maybe once every few weeks, maybe on my Small Rose. I'm not sure, maybe weekly. I'm not really sure how that's gonna fall in, but it will be there and it'll be posted as well. So if you're interested in all those videos or getting notifications when new videos come up, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. You'll get notified and you can see them as they show up. So thank you so much for being with me for week 2, and I'll see you next week for week 3.